Hello and welcome to the Teachers Wellness Coach YouTube channel and the Pastel Pod. This is your weekly snippet of health and wellness inspiration for female teachers only. I'm Kat and I'm on a mission to make healthier living simple, realistic and actually fun for you teachers. So I'll be giving advice of how you can find time for yourself throughout your busy teaching day every single week. So if this is something you think you'd be really interested in and you think that it'll be really helpful for you, just hit the subscribe button so you get notified every single week. Cannot speak this morning. Also, if you want to join over 300 other female teachers inside my free school community, it's packed full of educational lessons, recipe books and so much more. Just hit the link in the caption and I will welcome you into that community. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about how we can claim back some of our time. And I'm also just going to be talking to you about technology and how I have been experiencing this recently with how much it's been taking my time away and I'm really not enjoying it. So I thought, right, I'm gonna do something about this and I'm also going to work through this process, and then I'm also going to share what I've found that's been really useful and sharing it with you. So first of all, as teachers, it's always go, 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 and we're feeling stressed a lot of the time. And it doesn't have to be this way. So I want to talk to you just about some tech timeout today. Now, technology doesn't just take your attention, it steals your time, but in very small chunks, and it can be quite difficult to recognise that. And sometimes we don't realise. So it's really thinking and reflecting today about how often we are using our phones, our screen time, our iPads, laptops, whatever it is, and really thinking about how we can utilise our time better and in ways that's going to protect us a lot more, and also just giving us that time to really slow down. So we protect time for everyone else. If we think of our typical day-to-day as a teacher, we think about our lesson times, we think about the times we give to the students, we think about our meeting times, we think about our marking times, and there's so many more examples as well. But technology has a way of quietly taking our own time too. And really this focus for today's lesson is about outside of the classroom and how you're spending your time once you leave work and when you're at home, and being intentional with that time. So how much time is technology taking from us? And it can be so easy to slip into these habits. So it could just be, I'll just send that one quick email after dinner. And then before you know it, you've then replied to another email, and then you've got caught up in a task with another email that's come through. And then an hour or 2 hours have passed and you spent time on your devices. So if that's phone, if that's iPad, if that's laptop, it could just be one quick check of messages on WhatsApp. And then before you know it, your phone's got you, because it's there to really be addicted to, and you've gone into some other apps. We've scrolled on Instagram, we're on TikTok, and then we've wasted time looking at what everyone else is doing and then not feeling good about ourselves when we come off it. 99% of the time, we're naturally comparing ourselves to other people, and then when we come off, this is my personal experience as well, but you just feel pissed off that you've wasted all that time and you could have done something that would have made you feel a lot better. And actually taking time out and slowing down your nervous system rather than then just constantly scrolling and absorbing all of this information, it can feel very overwhelming. Another example, just one scroll before bed. It's never just that. Again, the phones get you and these apps get you to be on them as much as possible. So it never is just that. It's never just 5 minutes. It can be very easy to stay on these apps for a very long time, and it's robbing your time. So final example as well is just one more task for the laptop, because the laptop's already open, it's already there, and it's easy just to do one more task, one more thing to tick off. I know at the moment I've been very guilty of that, and I'm loving working and building my business, and something that I am being a lot more intentional about now is having more regular breaks, because I've had a lot of screen time recently and I'm building a lot of things in the background and I'm loving it, so I'm genuinely not really wanting to take a break. However, I've just been a lot more disciplined with that and setting timers, giving myself a cut-off point, and just stepping away from my laptop. But suddenly, an hour can easily pass and it can easily just be gone like that. And your time's gone. That's it. You're not getting it back. And I know it sounds so simple and obvious, but sometimes we actually need to be recognizing this and then taking some action. So technology is everywhere. I mean, it's very hard to avoid now. You've got your phone, you've got your laptop, you've got, devices for work, you've got your iPad, you've got the TV screens. Like, honestly, technology is absolutely everywhere. But also, it can be at the point where it can start to rob your identity. I know that I started feeling like this, and it actually felt quite scary when I thought about all of the hobbies that I felt I didn't have time for, but actually it was just because I was replacing that time with my screen, and I was wasting time, basically. So I just want you to have a think as well today about what hobbies do you not have time for, and basically it's realizing you do have the time. So what I want you to do now is go onto your phone whilst you're watching this. I want you to go onto your phone and just look at your screen time, your daily screen time, then also look at your weekly screen time. And it will probably be quite shocking about how much you are looking at the screen and where your screen time is. But it's about identifying how much time you are spending on there, recognizing it, and then just thinking about, are you using your time intentionally on there? Like for me now, a lot of it is my work, so that's fine. But I did feel like a few months ago I was creeping into just getting distracted on all the other apps. So I've put things into place which I'm going to be sharing with you in a minute. But it's really being intentional with our time and having the space and the time for our hobbies. You do have the time in your day to day. It's just being taken up at the moment, probably by a lot more screen time than you want. So think about, which hobbies are you too busy for at the moment? And it's important to focus on the moments that used to belong to rest. So all of your favorite things, all of the things you love doing, if it's maybe a sports club, if it's like a netball club, football club, if it's going to the gym, if it's running, going for a run, if it's family time, if it's conversations with a friend without our phones, if it's some movement, some gentle movement as well, like going for a walk, without technology in sight, or having some movement like yoga is great, just some gentle movement, but also simply doing nothing. I feel like this is very rare at the moment, where you just sit and you do nothing. And when I started doing this more recently, it's really allowed me to be creative. This is where I find personally that I'm my most creative, when I stop and when I'm doing nothing. That's where I get all of these different ideas and I let my mind wander and I'm recognizing these thoughts that I'm thinking. But it's honestly allowed me to have the space to then be very creative with ideas that have come to me. And I wouldn't have had any of those ideas if I hadn't taken the time out to simply do nothing and have, zero distractions around me. So really important just to schedule that in. And actually scheduling that in daily, and it is possible. Even 5 minutes in the evening, make yourself a cup of tea, 5 minutes just to sit down once the kids are in bed, or once you've done everything that you need to have done, but from the day, just sitting down, having 5 minutes of just quiet, no screens, nothing, just simply being, and just recognizing your thoughts. What are you thinking about? And it'll be really interesting. I'd love to hear how you get on with this, with just your creativity, because I can guarantee that's going to spark something and spark a lot of ideas. So I thought I'd just share that with you. And also technology, it has so many benefits. We know this, and it's making our life so much easier, especially now with AI coming in. Like, I cannot believe like some of the tech that's out there now. It's crazy. But, it also does have its downfalls. And I think it's really important to just hold on to that human connection, but also making sure that you are claiming your time back. And this can be quite challenging to do. So I thought I would just give you a list, like a checklist, just to go through, just to give you some organisation, some structure. If you're not quite sure where to start, this is where I started, and I've noticed some really big changes, and this has really helped me in the past. So first of all, go through all of your apps. This is actually really therapeutic. Go through all of your apps and just delete any that you don't need or you don't use, and just have a bit of a clear out. Go through all of them. Even rearranging them on your phone can be quite nice, just to have a bit of a difference, just to mix up your screen. Second one is organizing your apps, so like grouping apps by category. So you could have fitness, you could have hobbies, you could have social media, and you can have your apps all in one space and in a group. So it's just easier to navigate. It could be travel where you've got Google Maps in there. There's lots of different things. So that can also be very therapeutic. And then the next one is just deleting repeated photos or videos off of your phone, going through your camera roll, having a huge clear out. It can save you so much data as well. And just, you can clear out just anything that's just a repeat. We don't need it in there. Next one is turn off notifications. This was something that really helped me when I was teaching, but now I've got my notifications on because I speak to my clients through WhatsApp quite a lot throughout the day. But when I turned my notifications off when I was teaching with WhatsApp, that really helped me because I wasn't then just, as soon as the phone lit up, I wasn't then just grabbing the phone without thinking. Because then I would open WhatsApp and then I would end up going on something else, and then I'd be sucked into my phone and end up on another app. So turning my notifications off on as many apps as possible really helped me with putting my phone away and only taking it out and using it intentionally. Clients, if you're watching this, obviously put your notifications on for the Pastel Wellness app. It should be on anyway. And then next one is unsubscribe from unwanted emails. Again, just want to highlight, please don't unsubscribe from mine. And if you're watching this and you're not in my email list, please message me. I would love to add you in. Yes, I email a lot and daily with lots of advice and tips and stories for you. Next one, put screen time limits on your apps, especially social media. This has been a game changer. So with Instagram, I've put a time limit on my app of how much I use it every single day. Go into your settings on your phone and do this, because then it will just lock you out straight away once you use your time up. Again, it could just be helpful with just realizing how much time you are actually spending on it, and then you're not in this scroll hole. It logs you out as soon as you've hit that time. So I would highly recommend that. Also, putting your phone on airplane mode when you're training, when you're out for a walk, when you do completely want to switch off and just not be engaged in any sort of technology. Personally, for me, I find this works so well when I'm training in the gym. That's my time out from everything and everyone. I go in, train hard, just focusing on, lifting. So I would always put my phone on airplane mode when I'm training in the gym. But also you can do this when you're out for a walk. And also I would highly recommend having one day a week off of your phone. I'm trying unplug Saturdays at the moment and I'm loving it and it's going really well. So what I would do is first thing in the morning on a Saturday, I would wake up, I would clear all of my client messages, reply to everyone, just making sure that everyone's okay for the day and everyone's on track and hitting their goals. And if anyone needs me, I'll reply in the morning. But Saturday, I've been quite strict recently with that being off my phone as much as possible, and really only getting it out and being very intentional on using my phone on Saturdays. But unplug Saturdays is going very, very well. So if you schedule in a digital detox day, I can guarantee you're going to feel so good at the end of the day. But also I have found that my days have felt really long and I feel like I've done so much more in that day when I would be off my phone. So I would highly recommend that one. And again, whatever day suits you, but naturally it would be like a Saturday or a Sunday would be great as well. Change up your phone background and your desktop on laptop. Just give it a reset. Give it a reset that it needs. And then keep your phone in another room during work or relaxation. So if you're reading a book, if you are not going to be easily tempted just to grab the phone and let it distract you from the task in hand, put it in another room so it's literally out of sight, out of mind. And then I say this to my clients a lot, and just charging your phone outside of your bedroom at night. It can be so easy. If you have it by your bedside table, it can be so easy just to grab it and to scroll before going to sleep. But your brain is so wired and it's not normal and it's not natural for your brain to be seeing all of these different videos. If you're scrolling on TikTok, for example, and you're going through all of these different videos, our mind is racing at 100 miles an hour. Even though you think that you're relaxing and you're chilling, your nervous system is not. So it's really making sure that you're putting your phone away from you, because it can be too easy just to grab it. Even if you wake up in the night as well and grabbing your phone on your bedside table, no, get rid of it and put it outside of your bedroom and in another room. And then finally, just using your phone intentionally rather than out of habit or boredom. Like the amount of times as well I'd find myself just reaching for my phone and grabbing it for no apparent reason. So it's really, before you reach for your phone, it's thinking intentionally, why are you going on there in the first place, and going in, doing whatever needs to be done, whatever message needs to be replied to, and then coming off of it. So I thought I would just share these tips with you today. I know it's been a shorter video than normal, but basically the message is technology, it does have so many benefits, we know this, but it's so important just to make sure that you are prioritizing your time and you are using it intentionally, and you're enjoying the time that you have when you are outside of work, and you're fully present as much as you can be, rather than then doom scrolling. You don't want to live a life where you look back and regret how much time you've been on your phone. So really start taking action today. Go through all of those points. I would absolutely love to hear from you of how you've been getting on with everything. And also just a reminder, if you do feel like you want any further help with anything at all, with nutrition, with your sleep, with your training, anything at all with any of those things, please reach out, please message. I would absolutely love to help. And also just a reminder, join my school community. It is completely free. There are absolute legends in there. There's over 300 teachers from all over the world, so you can meet up with other people in person, you can see who else is in there, and it's just a really lovely platform where you can completely be yourself, but you're also learning as much as possible through the Strong Teacher Society. Join, the link is in the description, and I will welcome you into the community. But I really hope that you found this video useful. And like I say, please hit the subscribe button. It helps me so much as a small business owner. And please share this video if you think that another colleague would benefit from listening to this as well. So I really hope this helps. Have an awesome day, and I will see you in the next video.